Roy from Roy's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on a 2004 Toyota Camry 3.0 liter automatic. Car came in, no start condition. So first things we're going to do is to test the battery. Okay, so I tested the battery and the battery is strong. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check the starter. Okay, in order to check the starter, we're going to need two people. One person is going into the car and turn the ignition to the crank position while holding it. Somebody else gotta be in the front and hit the starter with some kind of metal object. Okay, so try crank them. So with a metal object, we're going to tap the starter. Okay, so that's an indication that the starter needs to be replaced. These are the tools I'm going to be using today to do this job. This is a pipe, half-inch pipe. I use this to hit the starter. Also, I use this as an extension on my ratchet for leverage. So this is a 3/8 ratchet, another 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 extension, 14mm socket, 12mm socket, 1/4-inch ratchet, 1/4-inch extension, another 1/4-inch extension, 10mm socket, anti-seize, and dielectric grease. This is the part I'm going to be using today. It's a Denso starter, part number 280-0322. In order to get access to the starter, I'm going to need to remove the air intake and the air cleaner assembly. Okay, so we're going to be removing this air intake. Okay, so I'm going to be removing the top of the air box. Removing the lower half of the air box. So I'm going to be removing the starter without disconnecting the battery. So you got to be really careful. You don't, when you're taking off this positive terminal, you don't want to touch your wrench or the terminal to any piece of the metal. It's going to short out. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, just remove the negative battery terminal. We're just going to wrap some black tape. We can wrap anything around this metal piece. You don't want anything touching this metal, else it's going to short out. So I'm going to get some black tape and just wrap it around. So I'm going to be removing these two bolts that bolt the starter to the engine. So we're going to be pulling out the starter. So we're going to be installing the new starter. Okay, so we're going to be bolting up the starters. So I'm going to be putting on some anti-seize on my bolts. So I'm going to be putting on the main wire onto the starter. So I'm going to be removing the tape. So you got to be real careful when you put this guy on. So I'm going to be putting some dielectric grease on this starter wire. Okay, so I'm going to be removing this tape. Okay, now let's start putting all this air intake together and the air box. So we're going to be bolting down the air box. So I'll be connecting this wire harness. Putting some dielectric grease into this connector. Putting the air cleaner back. Okay, I'm gonna be collecting my mass airflow sensor wire, putting some dielectric grease. Okay, be bolting on this air intake. So now we're gonna try to start the car. Okay, that looks good. So that's how you replace a starter. If you got any questions, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Aloha.